If you're a roofing company that deals primarily with storms, you might be thinking to yourself, how does solar and insurance roofs intersect? It may just not seem like it doesn't make sense to you. But what I'm going to cover in this video is how insurance roofs and solar can go hand in hand, and how you can use solar to help yourself moving forward in the ever-changing insurance landscape. In a previous video, we've talked about roof with solar on the retail side, and that is pretty simple. On the insurance side, it takes a little bit more explaining to that homeowner, but let's kind of break it down and take a look at what we're looking at here. So typically in the past, if you had a $20,000 roof, most homeowners would have a $1,000 deductible. So let's say this homeowner got approved for a full re-roof. They would get their $20,000. Yeah, they'd get their maybe $10,000 ACV, $10,000 RCV, but altogether they're getting $20,000 minus their $1,000. They're paying all of that to you, and in essence, they get a new roof for $1,000. Now, first and foremost, how solar is going to help with the insurance markets is this is changing. If you haven't seen it yet, in Florida, in Texas, a lot of insurance companies are going to percentage-based deductibles, where maybe they're charging 2% of home value or 5% of home value, or a base deductible that's much higher. I saw a $20,000 deductible the other day. So these deductibles are changing as the insurance companies are taking more and more losses. So as these deductibles grow, it may not be something that your homeowners are able to afford just paying out of pocket. So that's the first way that solar can help. You can take those deductibles and wrap it into a solar loan, because the homeowner is still paying their deductible, they're just financing it. So that's the first way that potentially solar can help, is by being a mechanism to pay for high deductibles. Now the second way is, let's take the same model. So, right, the homeowner is getting a $20,000 roof. You know, they're going to be out $1,000. They get a new roof for $1,000. But what if they take this roof and finance it through solar? Okay, so they take the roof and they finance it through a solar loan. At this time of filming, if they took a $20,000 roof and put it into a solar loan, it would be $140 to $180 per month, depending on what loan product they chose. Okay. Now, that means that homeowner would get this $20,000 of insurance money, well, $19,000 minus the deductible, right? They would get $19,000 that they would be able to keep and use for whatever else they may need. What a lot of homeowners will do in this situation is they'll use it to pay down credit card debt, which is typically, 25% interest or higher. So by utilizing this money, they are now saving it even more money, because maybe on this credit card debt, they had a $400 a month payment, or whatever is going on in their personal finance space. If they can use $19,000 to consolidate some debt or pay off some higher interest debt, it saves them a massive amount of money in the long run. So this is how roofs with solar can work in the insurance space for the homeowner's benefit. Is this gets them access to whatever their roof claim is. They can finance that into solar, into a long-term loan, at 20 years or 25 years in some cases, with some of the best interest rates out there. Typically 3 to 5% less interest than a home improvement loan, and typically right in line with mortgages. So as mortgage rates change, as the Federal Reserve changes interest rates, these numbers will change, but typically they run right about mortgage interest rates. So at the time of this filming, anywhere from 5 to 7% interest rate over those 20 or 25 years. So this allows homeowners to take their insurance money, put it towards higher interest debt, which in a lot of cases can have a massive outsized impact for them and save them a ton of money in the long run. So this is how you can use solar to help your insurance homeowners while giving them a better experience, increasing your profit, and helping homeowners stay happy. The final way to do roof with solar on the insurance side is let them go through the normal roof process, and then you just sell them solar directly as a savings against their utility bill. So if they do not have any debt that they want to consolidate or any need for the access to this cash, they go through the normal insurance process, pay you directly for the roof, and then do solar on its own versus their utility bill, which I will cover more in another video of how to sell solar on its own, because generally we want to do roof with solar, But in this situation, if they have no need and they're not looking to take on more debt, then you can go with this approach to still sell them solar directly against their utility bill.